Morning everyone. Today we're going to discuss about executing the plan. So executing the plan, or also called a project management planning, involves creating a strategy for a new project for the business. So it is one of the first stages in project management. During this stage, team members and managers take an initial idea and create a written execution plan. Executing the plan occurs after a project initiation stage, where team members think of a new design and projects, and before the execution stage, where team members complete the planned task.
Next is importance of execution planning. Execution planning is an essential part of managing a project. Before the project's execution phase gets started, these steps allows project managers and teams to develop methods and strategies. A strong execution plan may have the following benefits. First is helps teams establish and meet objectives. Through execution planning, project teams can establish objectives. These include large project goals as well as smaller milestones throughout the project. Next is increases efficiency. Project managers can increase their overall effectiveness by using execution planning. A cost budget, staffing plan, and communication strategy are all parts of an execution plan. These tools can help teams reduce their costs and improve their collaboration techniques, which can increase productivity. Next is minimizes risks. In this step, the project team members identify potential hazards that could affect the project, examine their potential effects, and assess their likelihood. Lastly, improves communication. Project team members and stakeholders collaborate to create a strategy for the methods. Professionals can give feedback and ask questions to improve their plan. Also, during this stage, the team creates a communication plan.
What to include in a project execution plan? The first one is the project scope. So, the project scope describes what the team hopes to accomplish during the project in specific terms. The next one is the goals. The goals section describes the primary objectives, milestones, and measurements. It includes both long term and short term milestones the team plans to track and measure throughout the project. The next one is the resource plan. In the resource plan, team members list the resources they will need to complete the project. It also includes staffing plan. So staffing plan lists the team members involved in the project. It also contains information on what tasks each team member is responsible for. So the next one to include is the budget. So the budget includes detailed cost information for each step in the project. It also contains information on funding and investment to help project managers allocate their income sources. The next one is the project schedule. So the project schedule shows when the team plans to accomplish individual tasks or milestones. It may also contain information about team meetings and when the progress updates are due.
How to create a project execution plan. 1. Discuss background details. Discussing the initial details and background details with relevant team members such as investors, stakeholders, or an executive board. 2. Gather feedback. During the initial planning stage, stakeholders and team members can provide feedback to adjust the initial idea. 3. Establish final objectives. Consider the final objective before drafting the detailed milestones and resource plans. To identify your desired outcome, you can consider working with your team. 4. Choose your members. You can create a list of team members who may work on the project. 3. Establish final objectives. Consider the final objective before drafting the detailed milestones and resource plans. To identify your desired outcome, you can consider working with your team. 4. Choose your members. You can create a list of team members who may work on the project. 5. Determine milestones and objectives. After creating individual tasks for team members, consider how you plan to measure and track your team successes. 6. Create the project schedule. By creating deadlines for certain activities, you'll be able to finish the project on schedule. 7. Create a budget. Consider the financing sources before developing a budget. After that, think about every expense that the project might encounter. To make sure that you can cover every spend, try to match each cost with the financing source. 8. Divide and designate tasks. Try to divide tasks into small components and assign them to your team members. 9. Evaluate risks. Consider any risks your team may encounter during the project. After that, think about which risks would affect your project the most. Make a plan to help you reduce the risks. Lastly, number 10, plan next steps and communication strategy. Towards the end of your execution planning, you can describe the overall communication plan.
Leaders' 7 essential behaviors. First, know your people and your business. Leaders know what is going on in their business. Second, insist on realism. Make sure you are being honest with yourself. Look at the facts. Don't hide mistakes. We must be realistic and set priorities against reality. Third, set goals and priorities. Focus on the few key priorities that will have a real impact. Fourth, follow through. Everyone must know that the rules are in the process and what actions are ended. Fifth, reward the doers. The doers are the people who should receive recognition and rewards. Sixth, expand people capabilities. This is imperative of your aggressive growth plan and your company of team. And the last one is know yourself. Your ability to lead execution has never been more crucial. Be a great leader of vision and execution.
Four types of leaders: the non planning and execution leader. No actions, therefore, no expected report. The executioner implements, but actions are not backed up by planning. Implementations may be faulty. The planner plans but does not see through the implementation of whatever was started. Absence of completion. The planner and execution ideal. Every leader wants to be in this quadrant. They should always go together. Communication and motivation. Communication can be either top-down, bottom-up, and horizontal. Effective communication promotes understanding, cooperation, harmony, and teamwork in the workplace. Motivation is inducing others to act in a desired manner, since employees are expected to be competent, committed, and are able to contribute. Motivational approaches by leaders should not be taken for granted.
A leadership style refers to a leader's methods and behaviors when directing, motivating, and managing others. A personal leadership style also determines how they strategize and implements plans while accounting for the expectations of stakeholders and the well-being of their team. Leadership style is a leader's approach to providing direction, implementing plans, and motivating people. Knowing your leadership styles helps you provide adequate guidance and feedback to your employees, and better understand your thoughts, how to make decisions, and strategies you can consider implementing when making business decisions. These styles can help you making a better communicator with those you are leading.
Democratic leadership. Democratic leadership helps energize team member. It is also known as participative leadership or shared leadership. In democratic leadership, members of the group participate more actively in decision-making process. Each employee has equal voice in decision-making, but at the end, leader still has the final say.
Autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership is the inverse of democratic leadership. In this leadership style, the leader makes decisions without taking input from anyone who reports to them. This style is the most useful when a business needs to control a specific situation, not as a standalone leadership style. Why is this leadership style is good for the team? This leadership style is the most effective when a company makes difficult decisions that don't benefit from additional input from others who are fully knowledgeable on the subject. Responsible parties can make a decision and give employees a clear sense of direction, and it can also make up of a lack of experience on the team. Why is this leadership style works for a business? Autocratic leadership style carry out strategies and the directives with absolute focus. So when a situation calls for it, an authoritative leader can make a quick best fit decision for a business without needing to get additional input, helpful on a case-by-case basis.
Next is laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire is a French term that means let them do. Leaders who embrace it give nearly all authority to their employees and don't often interject unless the situation calls for it. So basically, it is practiced by leaders who delegate almost all authority to their staff and rarely speak out until necessary.
Number 4. Strategic leadership. Strategic leadership between a company's primary operation and its growth opportunities. This form of leadership requires vision, competitive awareness, and adaptability. These leaders assess the burden of executive interests but also ensure that working conditions are stable for everyone else. So the importance of strategic leadership: process may be more efficient, strategic productivity can be increased, and innovation can be encouraged. So employees can be productive, independent, and innovative. Under his leadership, strategic leaders must have reward and incentive schemes.
Transformational leaders inspire others to achieve the unexpected. They aim to transform and improve their members and organizations' functions and capabilities by motivating and encouraging them.
The sixth leadership style is transactional leadership. It's based on the idea that the managers give the employees something they want in exchange for getting something they want. This leadership style is helpful to clarify and structure of expectations, which can help employees feel safe because they understand the expectations. Why this leadership style works for business? It is work for business to motivate the employees and ensure that people aren't stuck working in a way that doesn't make sense for the situations. It also valuable for startups or business requiring frequent changes and flexible talent and support.
So, coaching leadership. Coaching leaders focuses on identifying and nurturing the individual strengths and weaknesses of each member of the team and developing strategies that will enable the team to work better together. This style is also similar to strategic and democratic leadership, but it emphasizes the individual employee's success.
What is bureaucratic leadership? Bureaucratic leadership relies on the clear chain of command, strict regulation, and confirmation by its followers. There can be confusion about difference between bureaucratic leadership and autocratic leadership, which can overlap in certain characteristics. The main difference is that with the former, the focus is on the leader, who is responsible for making a key decision. Bureaucratic leadership, on the other hand, relies more on the interland of authority versus single leader. The theory behind the bureaucratic leadership was developed by Max Weber, the sociologist who also came up with the idea for transactional leadership. He grew up during the period of industrialization and saw how society was moving towards larger organizations from giant factories to sprawling farms. He came up with this theory in response to growing need for a more efficient system to run these entities, which had historically relied on favoritism. Weber's theory around bureaucratic leadership is based on 6 core tenets, which is number 1, hierarchy of authority. There's a chain of command with clearly defined rules and expectations for each level of authority. Number 2, division of labor or task specialization. This leadership style focuses on putting the most appropriate person in a specific position. Number 3, formal selection. Employees are hired, fired, and promoted based on their experience, performance, and adherence to regulation. Number 4, career orientation. Each employee has an opportunity for a long-term career provided they follow the rules and perform. Number 5, rules and regulation. The system requires a defined set of rules, regulation, and process to maintain structure within the organization. Number 6, impersonality. The main focus is on the organization and its performance, not on an individual contribution. While this leadership style is good for the team, this leadership style can be challenging for some, but it has many benefits. It lowers the risk of favoritism and replaces it with central duties, job security, and predictability. This clear and efficient leadership style can lead to high levels of creativity for some employees. Why is this style works for business? Coaches leadership actively support skill development and independent problem solving. They meet ambitious business goals by creating a strong company culture and add to a business long-term vision as valuable mentors, often even after leaving a company. Potential challenging for a leadership with a coaching leadership style. Employees might not feel as controlled as acrobatic leadership, but there can be a lack of freedom in how much people can do in their roles. This approach can shut down innovation and is not the right fit for companies chasing ambitious goals and quick growth. That's all. Thank you.
Visionary leadership. Visionary leadership focuses on future and long-term goals. This type of leadership encourages collaboration, emotional intelligence, and teamwork. So you may ask why this leadership is good for the team. So first, team can do more and enjoy their work more if they have a vision to work toward. As well as this type of leader offers vision statements and other tools to inspire and motivate teams to engage to work. Pace-setting leadership. A pace-setting leader sets ambitious standards and expects employees to meet those goals in the exact manner they've laid out. These leaders expect productivity and high-quality outputs from employees, and they may step in to ensure things are done correctly and on time. So again, you may ask why this leadership is good for the team. So first, skill and experienced teams often thrive under this kind of leader. They use the abilities of motivated and competent team members and make meeting goals feel urgent and exciting, as well as it can also be gratifying for team members to see their leaders working hard alongside them. Situational leadership. Situational leaders change their management style to meet the needs of the situation or team. This leadership style is proactive and recognizes that changes is the only constant. Why this leadership style is good for the team. First, situational leaders are great communicators and use team feedback to make decisions. They also analyze market changes and can quickly evaluate and update processes to ensure success. As well as these can create strong relationships and help employees see and feel their value to the business.
The roles theory. The roles fantastic theory assumes that the behavior results from a conscious choices among alternatives whose purpose it is to maximize pressure and minimize pain. The role realizes that an employee performance is based on individual factors such as personality, skills, knowledge, usefulness, and abilities. So, the advantage is there is a connection between motivation and satisfaction. The expectation of reward increases motivation. Even if the outcome differs slightly from the original reward, the theory focuses on rewards and achieving goals. So the importance of stochastic theory predicts that employees in an organization will be motivated when they believe that putting in more effort will yield better job performance. Better job performance will lead to organization reward such as increase in salary or benefits.
Theory X and Y. Theory X and Y are part of motivational theories. Both the theories, which are very different from each other, are used by managers to motivate their employees. Theory X, the assumptions that employees dislike work, are lazy, dislike responsibility, and must be crucial to perform. Theory Y, the assumptions that if employees like to work and creative, seek responsibility, and can exercise self-direction.
Herzberg two-factor theory. Frederick Herzberg theorized that employee satisfaction has two dimensions: hygiene and motivation. Hygiene issues such as salary and supervision decreases employees' dissatisfaction with the work environment. Motivators such as recognition and achievement make workers more productive, creative, and committed. Job satisfaction, influenced by motivators factors: achievement, recognition, responsibility, the work itself, advancement, personal growth. Herzberg two-factor principles. Improving the motivators factors increases job satisfaction. Improving the hygiene factors decreases job dissatisfaction. Job dissatisfaction, influenced by hygiene factors: working conditions, co-worker relations, policies and rules, supervision quality, base wage, salary.
Next is McClelland's acquired needs theory. Psychologist David McClelland's acquired needs theory splits the needs of employees into three categories. The three categories in McClelland's achievement motivation theory are need for power, need for achievement, and need for affiliation. Need for power means a person has an internal desire to gain control and authority over others. Need for achievement means people want to achieve things and want to be known as accomplished names in their respective field. Need for affiliation is felt by people who are keen to develop social relationships with a specific set of people.
Hello again everyone, this is Michelle and I will discuss about value percept theory. Value percept theory suggests that the job satisfaction is based on a specific facet that an employee expects from the job. Employees might get the overall satisfaction, but they focus more those facets that they value the most. If that specific facet is fulfilled, they become more self-motivated and commit to their work. In 1976, Luke presented that the value percept theory, which states that the value provided by a job plays a key role in influencing the job satisfaction of employee. To elaborate, he states that the job satisfaction of an employee will be dependent on the fact that whether the job delivers the value that matter to the employee. The whole theory is based on the perspective that employee holds toward their job and based on the perspective the employee decide that the value of the job. Number 1. Supervision satisfaction. Supervision satisfaction is based on employees' perspective towards their boss and management approach used towards them. For example, if the employee uses the micromanagement approach, then the employees get disengaged and the value of the job satisfaction decrease. Number 2. Pay satisfaction. The value is pay satisfaction is based on the pay employee want and what employee receive. The closer the incentive of the employee is to the desired amount, the more the employee values the job and hence is more satisfied with the job. Number 3. Promotion satisfaction. In this category, employees are more concerned about their promotion in the workplace and always want that their workplace should practice fair and frequent promotion. The main cause behind this is that promotion offers better monetary benefits, enhance recognition, and provide personal growth. Hence, the better the promotion policies of the organization, the more satisfies the employees. Number 4. Coworker satisfaction. Coworker satisfaction is based on the perception of employees toward their team members on colleagues. The value of this category will be dependent on the interactiveness and support provided employees by their team members. Number 5. Work itself satisfaction. Last but not the least, the job satisfaction from the work itself means the employee's perspective towards their work and obligation in the workplace. Employees usually dislike repetitive work and duties that do not provide them with personal growth. Hence, they fail to value their work. That's all. Thank you.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a theory of motivation which states that 5 categories of human needs dictate an individual behavior. First, physiological needs. These are the biological requirements for human survival, like air, food, drink, shelter, clothing, warmth, sex, and sleep. Second, safety needs. Safety needs can be fulfilled by the family and society. Third, love and belongings. Belongings refers to a human emotional needs for interpersonal relationship, affiliating, connected, and being part of the group. Fourth, esteem needs are the fourth level of Maslow hierarchy and include self-worth, accomplishment, and respect. Fifth, self-actualization are the highest level in Maslow hierarchy and refer to a realization of a person's potential self-fulfillment, seeking personal growth, and peak experience.
So the last one is the equity theory. So equity theory is a theory of motivation that suggests that employee motivation at work is driven largely by their sense of fairness. So employees create a mental ledger of the inputs and the outcomes of their job and then use this ledger to compare the ratio of their inputs and outputs to others. So in the equity theory, in the inputs is it answers the question what I put into my job. So what do you put in your job? Example of this is time, effort, ability, and loyalty. And in the output is what you get from your job. Example of this is pay, bonus, and benefits and perks. So inputs and outputs should be equal. What you put in your job is what you get from your job. That is the equity theory.
No goal is not enough.